You might be surprised what I spend on food here living in Bali. Hi, everyone. I'm Debbie, and I've been here for 6 years, so I have a routine down. Come along with me as I share what I budget on a daily basis, what I eat, anything from healthy juices to home cooked meals to a local warung. And I'll also address the big elephant in the room, Bali Belly. Here's the system for ordering my weekly salads. The salad man sends a weekly link on Sunday, and I need to place my order by Monday morning, and you can see the various veggies I have to choose from. My average cost for the weekly veggies is about $16 to $18 a week. The amount actually is enough for 2 people. By Tuesday morning, they deliver it to a pickup spot just 5 minutes away. The salad man is direct from the local organic farm. I actually have a video on this. Check that out if you want to learn more about the organic teaching farm. Now on to the local market. Oh, and to get there, I can take what they call a shortcut, which are often narrow, unmarked alleyways used by locals, mostly motorbikes, to bypass the big streets' traffic jams. I go to the local market because there's also additional fruit and veggies that I can't get through the salad man. And of course, I need to stock up on ingredients for my homemade healthy juices, which has become one of my top priorities to have on a daily basis. The result keeps me clean by flushing toxins out and gives me a ton of energy. I also need to watch out for refined sugar. So I try to limit my breads and any sugar like gelato. I try to do that just once a week. But what do I do to curb the sweets is I'll do a protein shake and generally have cacao in it, which is, to me, my brain thinks, oh, it's chocolate, which it is, but it's antioxidant, gives me energy, and definitely sugar-free. These kind of local markets are throughout the island, and there's actually one in a few places that are open 24 hours, so you can go fruit shopping at 3 a.m. if you wanted to. Mom and I visited one of those markets, and I have that link up here on the upper right. Okay, just as a sidebar, we're gonna stop and get some gas. I wanted to show you how much it costs to fill up my tank, which is about once every 2 weeks. And if you look at the price here, I'm gonna put it on the screen. Oh, and something about the tires, I don't know if it maybe is the humidity, but the tires also need to be pumped up at least once every other week. Mom and I put together another video where we shared our trip to Bintang, which is one of the supermarkets here. Well, this is another supermarket, so you can get a grasp of what they look like. Most of the stores I shop at for groceries are little mom and pop healthy food stores, and once in a while I need to go to the major store to get cat food, and sometimes they'll get almond milk there too. Not almond milk, what do I need? Oh, oat milk. Pistachio milk. Soy, multi-grain, low sugar, almond. There's vanilla and sweetened soy. We went to this rice field.
Chicken breast? Harganya?
All the yogurts. Oh, and this nice man helps me with my groceries every time I come. They're so nice here. Okay, my one exception to refined sugar is I do buy bread once every 2 weeks. Okay, one more stop, and that is Soil Food Temple. I need to get some protein powder and a few other bits and pieces for my smoothies. Oh, and I can't forget the electrolytes and the jamu. Jamu is a healthy juice made of turmeric and ginger and lemon. It's one of Indonesia's best kept secrets. So I tend to eat a salad at least once a day, 6 days a week. So there'll be probably one day where I won't eat a salad, but I'll definitely make sure that I have some kind of healthy juice in its place. And honestly, I have been less hungry. And I think it's the intermittent fasting combination of that and the heat causes me to not have much of an appetite. So when I crave something, it's going to be healthy. Okay, here I am cutting up the vegetables, and then I'm going to put it in the fridge. Now you can see what's inside my fridge. Yes, it's packed. Juicing and salads have been a huge win for me to prevent any opportunity for disease. I don't just eat salads alone. I'll mix it with a protein. There is chicken, and also I'll mix it with salmon. So when I choose to make a smoothie, I make sure that there's fiber in there, i.e. dates, protein, i.e. protein powder, omega-3, which is like nuts, and I think there's some in avocado, and then healthy fats, obviously avocado and nuts. And then also I'll do banana for some sweetness, and then I'll add cacao nibs and chia seeds for antioxidants, which is added after I blend it so that I can have a little crunch in my smoothie. When I cook, I just use basics: olive oil, vegetables, and spices. I don't need to get fancy. If I'm going to be fancy, I'm going to order out. Okay, let's talk about Bali's fruit. And it's a tropical island, yes, but they have their own special fruit. And we'll go through a few of them that I just love. This purple stuff, very tasty. There's a white version, but the darker pink red has all the flavor. I can't describe it. It's sweet. I don't know what it tastes like. It tastes like dragon fruit. Anyway, highly recommend. It's a cross between an apple and an Asian pear, but sour and juicy. And then you have your passion fruit, which is kind of like soupy. It's just a bunch of seeds and sauce in it, and it's very tart. So I think Bali has a ton of tart options if you like tart foods. And we have your mangosteen. It's pretty funny looking. It doesn't look right, but it's so tasty. It has a lychee type of taste to it. And there's a pit in it. Now the guava, you can see there's like seeds in it. Those you can't swallow. So you have to eat this with care. A lot of people make juice out of it, but you have to strain it and all this other stuff. It's very high maintenance. So you may not want to deal with that. And then you've got your watermelon and then your Cavendish bananas. These are different than the local bananas. I'm not a fan of those, but I like you think these are imported. I'm not sure where they come from. Then we've got the mango. Now the mango has various seasons and right now it's kind of getting into the mango season. I only know that is that you walk by a mango tree and there's droppings of mangoes that fell. So that means that the mangoes are getting sweeter and some of the squirrels go after the mangoes. And I don't know if it's just squirrels, it might be rats too, but you'll find them on the ground. That means it's becoming mango season. That's how you know. So I do get bored of my own cooking and I will go out and embellish on creative food. The reason why Balinese cuisine is so tasty is due to Indonesia's rich spice heritage, with locally grown ingredients like turmeric, ginger, and other distinct flavors that traditional dishes serve in warungs. It's the best way to not only immerse yourself in the Balinese culture and taste the true flavors of the island, but also it's affordable. With all these cafes and warungs, how can you tell if it's a good place to eat? Let's say you're standing in line and then all of a sudden you turn to the right and then there is a busload of people getting dropped off. That's a big sign that that is a very good place to eat. And third, but definitely not least, here's the biggest hint. See this guy here? He is the parking attendant. He will take your money when you park your motorbike. So if they have one of these, you know it's a good place to eat. Okay, there are times where I don't want to go out to eat and I don't want to cook. So what do? I order in. Gojek and Grab have a food option and you can order direct from the cafe and then have it delivered. And then you have specialty stores that you can order through online for this particular one, for example, Milk Up is a family-owned milk company where they not only make dairy products, but also plant-based products. And as you can see, there's tons of places to go and find food. It's just, I'm constantly discovering something new. The following slides detail actual budget numbers. I'll provide a voiceover to keep this video concise. Please pause if you need more time to review the numbers. Okay, these are for all the spreadsheet lovers. I actually created a daily spreadsheet of what I made, spent, etc. So I put together specific examples of a daily budget. Outside of juices, I drink coffee with butter and I make it actually into a cappuccino. And it suppresses my appetite at least until noon. So if I ate out once a day and ate home twice a day, if I'm doing 3 meals, it comes out to about $18 a day. Now on to what Bali Belly is. Now, let's keep in mind, it doesn't just happen in Bali, so it's not really Bali Belly. It's actually an intestinal issue. And it can be caused from a contamination of water or parasites or even, somebody who has already gastric issues. It tends to ignite those even further. So it's not because Bali's dirty or anything like that. Are there issues with the water? In some cases, yes. But I can share with you ways that I get around that. I have not had it in 6 years that I've lived here. In fact, all the times that I've visited here, I've never gotten it. So say it's not isolated to Bali, okay? If you were to go to Mexico, they call it Montezuma's Revenge. If you were to go to India, they call it Delhi Belly. How do I curb that? Well, the best way is I cook a lot. I know what oils that I'm using. I know I'm washing my hands. I know what water I'm using. I have a saltwater system that softens my water and assists in, we'll call it filtering out the government water. So that helps a lot. I still wash my vegetables and fruits with bottled water. The bottled water is very safe to drink here. I have a reverse osmosis company that I use that delivers on a weekly basis or every other week. And it's $1 for the big, I don't know what it is. I'll put it in the side here once I figure it out. Keep in mind that you're going to another country. There's spicy foods here, and even the spice could ignite an issue with your intestine. So you need to protect that. Now, if I were to go eat out, I eat where a lot of people go. I do eat local food. I love Indonesian food. I love Balinese food. The spices are a little too much for me, so I need to make sure that I ask for minimal spice or silicate spice, which means little spice. I also make sure that where I'm eating has a lot of people there, which means it's popular, which means the food is fresh, so it gets turned over quite often. So you're not like having food sit there idle out in the open air for hours. It turns over pretty fast, so that helps. Let's just say you do have an issue that comes up. The best way is to take something called Norit. And Norit basically is charcoal, activated charcoal. You can get it anywhere over the counter and you can get it at your local health food store. But activated charcoal works almost immediately. I did some research, but I'm going to just put it in layman's terms. The charcoal traps the toxins and some of the bacteria that's in your gut and helps flush through your system faster, aiding the removal. So I've witnessed firsthand how fast it works. So we have Airbnbs nearby and I give them Norit. It works. Just like I said, take 4 of these pills. It seems to work almost immediately. And they have to take these pills like every 4 hours. But that's the fastest way. They call it brat. Bananas, rice, applesauce, toast. Applesauce, I don't know why. I guess there's something in there, but apples have a lot of fiber in it. So like I wouldn't want to add more fiber to the fiber. So maybe stay away from applesauce. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Don't listen to me. Anyway, stay hydrated and you're going to lose a lot of fluid. So make sure that you drink electrolytes. I do coconut water. You add Himalayan salt. Electrolytes like sodium and potassium are like essential workers that keep your body balanced.
When you lose fluids through sweat and illness, you also lose these important electrolytes, which is why sometimes you need more than just water to feel better. There's so much more I can talk about the food here, but I'm going to leave it there for now. And I just want to thank you all for your continued support. And I just would appreciate if you would comment, like, subscribe, or any way you can support us. My mom and I are just truly grateful. So thank you again, and we'll see you next week.
Mixture, if an Asian pear and apple had a baby, that's what this would be like.